The millennial party is a Spanish one, as both Real Madrid and Valencia collide just over the border in Saint-Denis, France, in the first Champions League final of the 21st century. It actually marks the first time two teams from the same nation collide for the European Cup. It's Real Madrid versus Valencia. The PES 5 Master League favourites, Claudio Lopez earning a corner. Lopez staves off Carranca. Gerard frits it back through to the Argentine. Raul plays it forward to Nicolas Anelka. Releases it early. It's too high to harm Canizares' hopes. Steve McManaman, the only Englishman in this year's Champions League final, Anelka has dropped it onto the top of the crossbar. And Gilo with half the Madrid half to himself, and Lopez wins the 50-50 duel in the air. Anelka receives from Redondo, and it's Morientes. The deflection almost found a way in. Lopez brought down elegantly as Angulo chips it up for Claudio Lopez and Casillas. And perhaps the young San Eka was blinded by the Stade De France lights. I doubt Claudio Lopez was expecting one of the best keepers in the world to fumble there. Lopez, he's weaving in and out of Salgado and Carranca. Second half underway here in the 2000 Champions League final. And Lopez levers it into the roof of the net. The substitutes have barely sat on the bench. Barely a minute has elapsed in the second 45 minutes. And the citrus team spring a sour surprise on the 7-time European champions. The combination of Lopez and Angulo are a heck of a handful for Real Madrid. And Hierro nearly concedes the penalty, and Angulo is furious. Brazilian substitute Savio is galloping forwards, stays on his feet, and is palmed away by Canizares. A wealth of power generated by Savio. Looked like it was swooning across the face of goal, but nope, it was bang on target. Redondo stinging the palms of the future bleached blonde blocker. Will we see a Roberto Larcos special? Hardly an effort worthy of a Champions League finale. And the Scouser couldn't steal an equaliser at the far post. The box comes wailing in. It's Lopez with a thunderous miss of his own. Redondo pulls the trigger. It's a rocket from Fernando Redondo. The Real Madrid captain lumps a cannon all the way beyond Canizares. It dips into the bottom corner. Keely Gonzalez slams on the brakes, and he's found Claudio Lopez. Shut down by Casillas quickly. And Dukic was daydreaming. And I think the lapse surprised even Anelka. Just a few short minutes for 30 more minutes. Extra time is looming. Oh, and Anelka could put a stop to that. He's done it. He has surely single-handedly stolen it from Valencia. It's been a second half of two halves. Santiago Canizares left in the dust of Saint-Denis. Last roll of the dice for Valencia. Here is the captain, Gaizka Mendieta. Saved by Casillas in the near post. Nothing he can do. About an instant follow-up. Would you believe it? Valencia have bookmarked the second half with goals, very crucial ones. And the captain leads by example. He drags Valencia, kicking and screaming, into extra time. 30 more minutes of Champions League final football commences. Here's Savio. Barinos desperately trying to keep up with the Brazilian. He cut it back. Anelka. The incredible sulk. With a smile as wide as the handles on the big silver cup. Merciless finish. Merci, Madrid, merci. One more goal from Madrid could put a near fatal cushion between them and Valencia, and Anelka. He's on that hat-trick. Kili Gonzalez, formerly of Racing Santander, racing down the flank, and it's met by the Romanian Adrian Ili, nicknamed the Cobra. The venom of Valencia is coursing through the veins of Madrid now. They've bit back. Savio cuts inside with a cross. Oh, Real Madrid would score a volley like that 2 years later with Zidane. Angulo. Oh, he wastes no time. Oh my gosh. They've only gone and grabbed a lead back. Angel Angulo. That goal may be the gift of Angel, the guardian angel for Valencia. The vampire bats never sleep. And maybe Madrid slept on them. Angulo finally gets the goal he's longing for in his Champions League final. And what a goal. Savio exploding forward. It's a burst from the Brazilian. Real Madrid losing the grip on the Champions League that they had. Oh, it's got to Anelka. He took too long. The Italian referee blows the final whistle in France in the final between two Spanish clubs. The Euro-Continental Party of the Millennium begins and is hosted by Valencia. Their first ever European Cup final and their first ever victory in the culmination of the 2000 Champions League. There will be no 8th trophy for Real Madrid. They'll have another chance in 2 years' time. And Mendieta will have one more year to do it all again. In Milan, Valencia are the champions of the Champions League in 2000. Another fun, thrilling Champions League final rewritten. Next up, we head to the San Siro in Milan. The reality, the two runners-up of the previous Champions League finals, Bayern Munich and Valencia, come head-to-head in Lombardy.